Hey, so today we're going to be talking about the Stripology Ruler from Creative Grids. There are 4 different sizes of Stripology Ruler. This is the latest one. It's called the Stripology Quarters Mini. So you can see it's made for small pieces. It's a great way to square up your blocks. There is another one called, this is the Stripology Squared. So this is a great one to square up the larger blocks, like your 12-inch blocks and so forth. They all have the same kind of markings, same features, but they're all in different shapes and sizes. This one is the original Stripology Ruler. You can see it's kind of big. It will cut anything from 0 up to 20 inches. So we're going to work with this one today. And then we have another one called the Stripology XL. So that's this this ruler here, and it's really big. So if you've got large pieces that you want to cut, then that's a great way to, a great tool to work with. So this is the original Stripology Ruler. Just some features on the ruler. It goes from 0 all the way up to 20. And there are slots at every 1/2 inch mark. So if you guys can see, there's 1/2 inch marks in the slots. It'll also cut from 1 to 14 inches in the vertical direction and 20 inches horizontally. There are tons and tons of different ways to use this ruler. And today we're just going to go over the basics. We can show more advanced methods later whenever we have future videos. So what I'm doing today, say I've got a pattern that needs 1.5 inch strips. Oh, let me explain that too. So down here at the bottom, there's a star and a square, and for every star, it measures 1.5 inches. So you don't have to do any thinking. You don't have to do any math. You don't have to count by 1.5. The square is for 2.5. So that's great for binding. I like to cut my binding at 2.5 inches. So that's what these stars and squares are for here down at the bottom of the ruler. So if you wanted to learn more about Creative Grids rulers, they have a QR code right here, and you can, on every ruler, all of them have a video where you can click on the QR code. It takes you to another YouTube video created by Creative Grids USA, and it'll tell you all the things that you can do with each of the rulers. So when I cut, my favorite ruler or favorite cutter is the Olfa 45 millimeter. It's ergonomic. It's really super easy to use. I've had trouble using this cutter with this ruler in the past. I haven't got a good exact cut thing that I wanted to talk about today. So when you first make your first cut, I have a fat quarter folded underneath the ruler, and it's lined up on a horizontal line across here. So that way I know that my cuts are going to be square and concise. So to use the ruler, you squeeze your blade and you push down in this little slot, and then you just guide all the way across. Well, sometimes I don't get a good cut. Well, of course, that one was good. Let's see, try this again. So sometimes I don't get a good cut where my piece doesn't cut all the way through. And that's because when I'm cutting, this part of my cutter is actually hitting the ruler. It's not allowing it to go all the way down against the blade and cut through all my fabric. So I have found that if I increase the size of my cutter to a 16 millimeter, then it works a lot better. So we're going to put it back down here on the 2. And I'm going to start at 0. And then you put it in the slot and then push all the way down. And then now my next piece is going to be, I'm going to cut 2.5 inches. So we're going to go here and cut, and I'm just going to continue to cut. So now I'm going to go from the square to the next square. And then the next square. And then when I pick up my ruler, I've got a nice clean 2.5 inch strip from each cut. Okay, so like I said, we switched to a 60 millimeter cutter. This is by Olfa. My next favorite product with this would be the 60 millimeter blades. These are made by Creative Grids, who is also the maker of the ruler, so they work well together. Creative Grids blades are made of carbide steel, and you get a 5 count, and it comes in this little protective case. So it's a good way to dispose of your old blades or even keep your new ones safe. So if you like this video and want to learn more, Busy Lady is all about quilting more and stress less. So hit that thumbs up button and subscribe down below to see more of our videos.